ladies and gents, and welcome back to Chit Chat with Inky, where we do a little chit and we do a little chat. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead, push the button, it's free. I promise you, we will not charge you. And thank you to my new subscribers, I really appreciate it. Now today, y'all, we are doing review/recap on Kandi and the Gang. Now this won't be long because I took down a few notes, but not a lot, okay? Let's get this started. So they start off, the producers asking the OLG ladies if they had any gum in their mouth. Y'all, and Aunt Bertha started. She said, get that paper out of my face, and on top of that, we want to go home. I said, not her cutting up at the beginning, not Aunt Bertha, but that's going to be Aunt Bertha, y'all. I absolutely love older ladies with an attitude. I love it, okay? So you got Brandon and Dominique, they talking on the phone. You got Brian doing a barbecue. You got Kandi and Todd planning a meeting. Whoo, child, this is a lot. So they start with Chandrika. She doing her job, and Brandon still being lazy. He asked Philip if he would like to come to his B-Day dinner or whatever, which I thought was cool. Y'all, this is the first time I really seen Philip like laugh or smile. I'm like, okay, it is a smile when you fill up. Well, cut up, fill up. You must have been reading the comments, because I think I was one of them in the comments about you. Okay. He said if Chandrika want to impress Philip, she won't have to work harder. Well, guess what, Brandon? If you want to impress anybody, you're going to have to work harder, because according to the OLG ladies, you are not liked by them. I think only except for Aunt Nora. Okay, that's because she ain't seen your butt in action yet. Okay. Patrick and Safari come into the restaurant to eat, y'all. Chandrika looking at them like, all these restaurants in Atlanta and you come here? Y'all, Patrick is he like a little boy to me, and I think that's why Safari treat him as such, like a little kid, like a little boy, because he just doesn't seem mature to me. So honey, Safari called all the shots in this relationship. Torrin comes in. Torrin goes over there to have a conversation with him. This was his first time meeting Safari, and his first time meeting Safari, he finds out, Torrin, guess what, you're fired. Signed, Safari. So Torrin felt some type of way. He like, Chandrika, I just got fired. Like, he said Safari's going to do the remodeling of his apartment. Safari don't look like she can do the remodeling of his apartment, because every time they did a flashback, it was like flowers everywhere in her office. So I think, boo-boo, Safari, you need to stick to booties, lips, and stomach, boo. Because leave Torrin to the decorating, okay? Leave Torrin alone. She's very demanding. It's like, so she told him you can't have a housewarming, and that's final. And he's like, I can't have a housewarming. Why I can't have a housewarming? Boy. And first of all, it's not even just your house. It's also Melvin's apartment too. So how can she say you can't have something and you don't live there alone? You live there with a roommate. If your roommate decides he wants to go ahead with the housewarming, then he can. So back up, Safari. Stay in your lane. I'm not feeling her. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't feeling her. Patrick is whipped, like he said. At least he was admitted it. Then we have Brandon. He asked Dominique to come to his B-Day dinner, and she was like she wasn't sure. She really wasn't like feeling it. She wasn't sure if she was gonna go, and he like, okay, but I would like for you to slide through. So that was that. They have the meeting, y'all. Todd and Kandi show up. Patrick's sitting down, looking around, looking crazy. And Kandi was just saying that, she heard that people were saying different stuff about the restaurant. And Patrick's sitting there. I'm like, you heard from Patrick. Just, yeah. So she was saying that Chandrika was saying that the food tastes good on a Monday and horrible on a Friday. And that can, you know, that could be if they're not abiding by the recipe. You know, when the regular chef, which I think is Melvin, is not there, who knows if the other chefs are abiding by it. So you can't be upset because that's what she said. I mean, it is what it is. So they start, I don't even know who the chick was in the back. She was like, who's supposed to clean the menus? Chandrika looked at her like, if you don't shut up. Like, girl, she was like, you say this like every meeting. Like, you clean the menus, okay? But my take on this is, Chandrika is in front of the house. And that's where they get the menus from, Chandrika. Even though she was saying they only have like 10 menus, y'all. Because everybody else with an iPhone usually scan the barcode or whatever. But my thing is, you in the front of the house, so you passing these people the menus. You don't feel the stickiness on your hands? Okay. So rightfully, I think Chandrika should be cleaning the menus, but at the same time, old girl that was complaining about it, you can clean the menu too. And Brandon, he always eating chicken. That's probably why the menu's dirty in the first place. So let's let Brandon clean the menus. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Brandon gonna clean the menus because he the reason why they're dirty. Because he's always eating chicken. So I'm blaming it on him. Bingo. So they get to tumbling back and forth and torn like, okay, my problem is Philip thinks he's here and think we are here. And he does. Philip don't like no one to rebuttal and say anything back to him. Kandi and Todd knows this. Kandi she tries to listen, you know, to people's concerns. Todd just don't give a damn. Todd like, yeah, the numbers are working out in our favor. We're making money. I don't care how the food tastes. I don't care if the menus are not clean. I don't care if Philip is getting on y'all nerves. I'm making money without having to do much of anything. That would be Todd. So Chandrika was right when she said Todd. I don't know about Kandi, but she was right when she said Todd don't give a damn. He don't. Now, if the numbers wasn't working out in Todd's favor, then he would give a damn. But since he getting that mean green, he don't care, allegedly. Aunt Bertha and Mama Joyce. Honey, let me tell you something. They got all the way down on Brandon. Mama Joyce said it was a time when she was in there doing stuff and she asked Brandon to lend a hand. And Brandon, act like he didn't know who she was and act like he couldn't even acknowledge that she asked for help. That's because Brandon shouldn't be a manager and Brandon is lazy as ever. Brandon is lazy, y'all. It's written all over his face. He don't have to say a word. He's lazy, okay? And Aunt Bertha, honey, she said she spoke to Brandon. He didn't even speak back, and she will never speak to him again. That's right, Aunt Bertha. You call the shots. Him on the restaurant. He ain't even a part of why the restaurant got started. That restaurant is the OLG, not Brandon. So that's why tell him he gonna try to give this fake hug. Honey, don't give me no fake hug because you're in front of Kandi and Todd. Don't give me no fake hug. I spoke to you and you didn't speak back. So I don't blame Aunt Bertha for standing her ground. So you got Patrick and so Patrick at the parking lot charging people $10 to park. They charge that much to park? So wait a minute. You have to park, pay to park, pay $10 to park, and go in the restaurant and pay to eat too? Oh my God, Kandi and Todd is making a killing. So the parking not complimentary. Okay. Now I do know when I go out to eat at a upscale restaurant, I do pay to park or pay for valet parking. But when I'm going to a little soulful restaurant, I do not pay to park. I park and I go about my business and go in the restaurant and eat. I don't know, but people paying it, so hey, me and my cheap tail child, I'd have parked across the street at a meter, 50 cents. And made sure I was out by the time the 50 cent ran out. I'm cheap. Okay. Torrin came up and he was telling Patrick that he didn't appreciate the way he met Patrick's girlfriend, and that he didn't appreciate being let go. And I understand that. And Patrick was just like, well, I'm a little whipped right now. And Torrin like, he sure is. He sure is. Because this chick just totally just run his life. Like, he calls her a cougar, but she's only like 2 years or 3 years or something like that older than him. First of all, she's not a cougar. I think he let her run the show because he feel like he can't find anyone better. I guess, I don't know, but she's a mess. I'm not feeling old girl at all. Then we have Patrick and Safari. Oh Lord, Safari again. She tells him what to do. She tells him that he ain't listening, and he's not having the housewarmer. They already went over that. So he said, well, how about we play a little game or what have you? Excuse me for the noise too, y'all. That was my daughter leaving. He like, well, how about we play a little game? I write down a list of people, and you tell me if you like them or not, or if you want them to come, you know, if you'll be okay with them coming to the housewarming, if you know, if we have it. So he write down this list, and she okayed most of the people. Of course, not Chandrika and Chandrika's boyfriend, which I don't think Chandrika really would care to come anyway, or her boyfriend. Like, that would be awkward. That would be odd. But old girl said no to Torrin. Girl, you don't say no to Torrin. What? Talk about she don't like the way Torrin was when she first met him. Well, guess what? He don't like the way you was when he first met you either. And neither do I, and neither do a lot of other people. But you come off snobby, bougie, and just nasty and rude. So she said she gonna go to the dinner. She gonna fill Torrin out and see if she changed her mind by then. Is she paying bills at Melvin and Patrick apartment? She paying Patrick part of the bills because she is running the show. So that makes me wonder, is Patrick even making enough at the parking lot, and she's paying his part of the bills? Like, what is happening here? Okay. So Brian and Rashad, child. Rashad come over to Brian's apartment. They cooking egg rolls. Them egg rolls did look good now. Don't get me wrong, Rashad cooked his a little too much. It was a little too crunchy. Like, I need the filling to be like a little nice and moist and So Brian teaching him how to fold the egg roll with all the ingredients in it. I would love to taste one of Brian's egg rolls because I really like Brian. He told them it's west, east, south, and north, child. That's the way you tuck it. Child, I just tucking and tucking. I can't tell you which way is west, east, south, and north on the daggone egg roll. But since Brian's in the know, then set yourself off, bro. He said his goal was to open up a food truck, which I think he would be successful in it once he gets to that point, y'all. Because Brian has a really good spirit. He really does. Like, he has a really good spirit. Like, I really like Brian on this. He's like one of my faves. Brian and Torrin are my faves on the show. Then you have Brandon. We already talked about him inviting Philip to the party or whatever, which we knew Philip wasn't going to go anyway because that's Philip. You have Kandi and Todd. They came to the restaurant along with Don Juan so they can have this meeting or whatever, and everything happened in the meeting. But after the meeting, Don Juan came to them and told them that he heard like some talking on the phone, and he realized it was Chandrika's voice. And he pulled up the Ring camera only to hear Chandrika talking crap about them to Brandon over the phone, saying how they don't care about the restaurant and they don't care about the employees' opinions and everything. So Kandi and Todd is like, really? Like, really? So at this point, Kandi don't seem to be like really upset because she's saying that it's hard to find another loyal host for the front of the house. But Todd at this point like fire. Like, I don't care. Like, Todd don't give a doggone. Let me tell you something. Todd do not care. Kandi be trying to get a benefit of the doubt, which I don't blame her sometimes. Todd don't care. Todd like, look, I'm paid. You're broke. you need a job. I don't. Fire her. If it was up to Todd, I think the whole restaurant would have been fired by now, child. Except for Philip. If it was up to Todd, it is only because of Kandi that everybody still has a job at that restaurant. So Brandon has his B-Day party. Torrin, Dominique, Safari, Unique. They all show up and everything. Brandon introduced Unique to his mom and his dad. His mom is really pretty. Brandon's mother is really pretty. He said they came from Jamaica and then they ended up in Atlanta or whatever. And they seem to like Unique, and they jumped way far ahead of themselves, asking her, how Unique black? How you think that would sound? I'm like, oh, okay, y'all just jumped all the way over there. And Torrin, y'all, Patrick was looking scared as ever. When Torrin himself and Safari was sitting there, Patrick looked like he can run at that moment. So he like, well, sit over here. He told Torrin and Safari, sitting near each other. Then he like, I gotta use the bathroom. Yeah, I used the bathroom. Well, maybe you did. You was that nervous. You probably did feel like you needed to pee on yourself. So they conversate and everything. And Torrin is just straightforward. Torrin like, look, I felt some type of way. And this is how I felt when I met you. And this is how I feel now. And I'm like, that's what's up. And at the end, Torrin like, so what about this housewarming? And she was like, well, that's why I'm here now, to fill everything out. Girl, fill everything out about what? That's somebody else's birthday party. So why are you filling out people? Either y'all gonna have the housewarming or you're not. Let me tell you something. If y'all had a housewarming, Melvin, you need to make her and Patrick responsible for buying all the pictures that go on the wall, all the furniture that go in the apartment, since they want to act the fool. My thoughts only. So they do that. Let me see. Todd and Kandi have a meeting with Chandrika. And they was telling her, like, we heard some stuff and we just want to know how you feel being here. Do you want to be here? And she's like, where y'all hear that at? Who said that? Who said that? Okay, Portia Thomas, who said that? And she's like, I'm going to find out who said it. You don't have to look far. Just look in the mirror, because you said it. You was on tape, sis. You said it. So don't even go around trying to figure out who said it, because it was you. You said it. Okay? I'm not sure what's going to happen as far as Chandrika. Like I said, it was up to Todd. Chandrika will be gone like yesterday. But Kandi is trying to keep her around, because Kandi was saying that she has like nobody else to like really be loyal to the front desk, which is kind of crazy, because she has Rashad there. Like he does a good job. So I don't know what he was talking to. He did say the managers need what did he say they need? Rashad was talking mad crap over here with Brian. Wait a minute. He said the managers need, y'all, I don't know. He was talking about the managers and talking about their attitude adjustments and all this, which he was not lying. He wasn't lying about that. So I give it to him. I'm trying to think if I missed anything from this review, because it wasn't a whole lot, but they did pretty good. I really like this show. I really do hope this show will get a second season. Because it shows you everything that's going on in the restaurant business. I mean, it just is what it is. I had no idea that Kandi was that lenient with employees. I had absolutely no idea, but she is. So I think that with her being as lenient as she is, I really do think that a lot of them probably have stepped up, and the ones that haven't, they should step up to pretty much look out for her, because she seemed to really be looking out for them. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Philip, Don Juan, and Todd would have let them go a long time ago. Far as Brian, Philip, I think, oh y'all, Philip friend Andre, he's a nice looking guy. But let me tell you something. Now, Philip partner Felipe said Philip was mean. And then Philip friend Andre was saying that Philip is not the nicest either. So Philip, so apparently you're not just like this on the job. You like this in general. Child, Philip made that drink, and I ain't know Philip was a bartender. So when they was squirming around looking for a bartender, I'm not sure if Brandon is a bartender or not. But when they was squirming around looking for a bartender, y'all remember last episode? Why the heck didn't Philip jump in and be the bartender till Dominique got there? It made no sense at all. But hey, they like everybody in there think they management and don't have to help pick up the slack of other things. So I mean, you know, you got Brandon doing what he want to do. He kissing in the, him and Dominique kissing in the back, but the employees can't do it. Like Rashad said, we can't sit at the bar, but y'all can be in the back kissing and sleeping together and everything else. Like, it makes no sense. Kandi got to step up on her management, because at this point, it's not just the regular employees, it's also the management. They just do whatever it is they want to do. That's the end of my review for Kandi and the gang. I really like this show. Hope they get a second season. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, thank you very much to my new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Share with your friends. Share. Turn on your post notifications so you can know when I am posting another video. And until next time, bye.